Hey, what's up, hunters and freedom chasers? Picture this for a second. It's 2025, and you're standing out there in America's wild backyard, heart thumping, breath hanging in the cold air, as you line up that once-a-season shot. And right now, every hunter across the country is wrestling with the same question. If I could only trust one caliber to do damn near everything, what's the pick? Whitetails slipping through tight Midwestern thickets, monster elk bugling across high mountain bowls, maybe even a grizzly up north giving you that, "You sure about this?" Look, you need a round that hits straight, hits hard, and hits reliably. You need ammo you can actually find without selling a kidney. You need a cartridge respected by Sunday shooters and salty old pros alike. So if life handed you one caliber to ride with forever, what's it gonna be? Today we're counting down the ultimate all-around hunting calibers in America. And I promise you, my number one might catch you way off guard. Stick with me. We're going deep into real ballistics, real field performance, and the little quirks that make or break a hunt. If you're digging the intel, smash that like button and subscribe to Survival Gear Showcase for more straight shooting gear talk that keeps your safe full and your freezer fuller. Number 6, 30-30 Winchester. We're kicking things off with a true American classic, the 30-30 Winchester. Born in 1895, the first smokeless powder sporting cartridge, and still packing tags over a century later. You're pushing 150 to 170 grain 308 diameter bullets around 2,200 to 2,500 feet per second. Energy lands right around 18 to 2,000 foot-pounds at the muzzle, plenty to fold a whitetail clean. Where the 30-30 really shines is inside 150 yards in thick, brush-choked woods. That slower, heavier slug punches through small twigs instead of deflecting like lightning-fast rounds do. Old-timers will tell you straight. A well-placed 170-grain soft point at 100 yards will fold a buck like a lawn chair at a tailgate party. With modern Hornady lever evolution loads, yep, with the flex-tip polymer noses, you can stretch the 30-30 to 200 yards ethically. 0 at 100, and you're looking at about 8 inches of drop at 200 with a 150-grain load. And paired with legendary lever guns like the Winchester Model 94 or Marlin 336, you get a rifle that's light, lightning quick to shoulder, and silky smooth for fast follow-up shots. Run that lever down, and you're back on target before the echo fades. Recoil? Just a friendly nudge. Perfect for new shooters or hunters who don't want their shoulder rearranged after a long day glassing and still hunting. Ammo? Everywhere. Cheap soft points, classic round nose loads, or the Hornady flex tips. Pros: super low recoil, excellent in brush and tight cover, affordable, easy to find ammo, deadly on deer, even capable of close-range elk with the right bonded bullet cons. Drops like a bad habit past 200. Not ideal for long-range western hunts. Limited energy for bigger game at extended distance. For eastern whitetails or southern hogs busting through palmettos, this grandpa gun still fills coolers without drama. Number 5, 270 Winchester. Sliding into number 5 is a legend from the 1920s, the 270 Winchester. Neck down from the 30-06 case, it fires a 277-inch bullet, usually 130 to 150 grains, screaming out around 3,000 feet per second. 0 at 200 yards, and you're only dropping around 7 inches at 300, maybe 20 at 400. Energy starts near 2,700 foot-pounds, still carrying over 1,500 at 300 yards. Perfect for deer, pronghorn, sheep, and anything else out in big open country. Picture yourself glassing across a windswept ridge. Dial your drop, break the shot, and watch that buck or pronghorn fold without the guesswork. Bullet choices are endless. Traditional soft points, ballistic tips for wind bucking, bonded cores if you're stretching on elk rifles like the Winchester Model 70 or Ruger American are rugged, accurate, and ready for any weather. Recoil? Mild. A solid pat on the shoulder, nothing harsh. Guides out west swear by it. One dropped an antelope at 350 with a 130 grain no-slur partition, barely twitched. Pros: Flat shooting dream for open country. Moderate recoil. Great bullet variety. Ideal for deer, pronghorn, sheep cons. Not enough thump for moose or grizzly. Prissier ammo than 308. Zippy for close brushwork. In big sky terrain, the 270 Winchester feels like cheating, without needing a PhD in wind calls. Number 4. 7mm Remington Magnum. Now we're punching the throttle. Coming in at number 4 is the 7mm Remington Magnum, a 1962 powerhouse. You're firing 284-inch bullets, 140 to 175 grains, screaming 2,900 to 3,100 feet per second. Energy? Right around 3,000 foot-pounds, still clinging to 1,800 plus at 400 yards. Flat as a pool table, 0 at 200, and you're dropping 6 inches at 300, 25 at 500. Built for big game at big distances, elk in the high meadows, moose in dark timber, caribou on the tundra. Bonded bullets and partitions dig deep without coming apart. Rifles like the Remington 700 or Savage bolt guns soak up the recoil and deliver sub-MOA precision. Imagine glassing a 6x6 bull at 450. Hold a touch high, thump. He stumbles 50 yards and tips over. Pros: outstanding long-range precision, excellent for elk, moose, and caribou. Flat trajectory, strong bullet options. Cons: and recoil kicks like a mule. Ammo is prissier and not always in stock. Overkill for close whitetail, for serious mountain hunts where yards matter. The 7mm Rem Mag is a no-apology caliber. Number 3, .308 Winchester. Dropping into number 3 is America's workhorse, the 308 Winchester. Since the 1950s, it's been punching tags and serving the military in its 7.62 NATO twin. It fires 150 to 180 grain bullets around 2,600 to 2,800 feet per second, generating 2,500 foot-pounds at the muzzle. Still holds over 1,500 at 300 yards, 0 at 200, and expect around 10 inches of drop at 300. It's the Swiss Army knife of hunting rounds. Deer in the hardwoods, hogs in the soybeans, elk inside 250 if you pick your angle. Ammo? Every Walmart, sporting goods store, and mom-and-pop shop has it stacked deep. Rifles? Everything from Remington 700s, Ruger Americans, to AR-10 platforms. Recoil is a polite shove, easy to stay on the glass for fast follow-ups. A buddy of mine cleaned out a sounder of hogs at 150, left and right, double lung shots without even blinking. Pros: cheap, abundant ammo, manageable recoil, versatile in brush and field, excellent for hogs and medium game cons. Starts to sag past 350, not built for 500-yard prairie work. Lacks magnum authority for moose or big bears, but for 90% of American hunts, the 308 is the dependable, drama-free choice. Number 2, .300 Winchester Magnum. Cranking to number 2 is the hammer, the 300 Winchester Magnum. Since the 1960s, it's been the when enough ain't enough caliber. It fires 165 to 200 grain, 308 bullets at 2,900 to 3,200 feet per second, hitting with 3,500 plus foot-pounds of bone-breaking authority. 0 at 300 yards, and you're looking at about 15 inches of drop at 500, still carrying 2,000 foot-pounds to the vitals. Built for the big stuff: elk, moose, black bear, brown bear, western trophy hunts, Alaska. This might get spicy scenarios: load up Nosler AccuBonds for controlled expansion, or Barnes TSX for deep digging, bone-crunching penetration. Rifles like the Winchester Model 70 or Browning X-Bolt will print sub-half MOA groups with the right handloads. Imagine a coastal brown bear at 400 yards across a muskeg flat. Dial your turret, break the trigger, and watch that 200-grain hammer anchor him before he closes the distance. Pros: monster stopping power, flat and fast at long range, tons of ammo options. Cons: recoil is a shoulder-smashing sledge. Ammo is pricey. Overkill on whitetails at 50 yards. For Alaska, trophy elk, or any hunt where failure is not an option, the 300 Win Mag is the authority. Number 1, .30-06 Springfield. Crowning number 1, the .30-06 Springfield. the undefeated American hunting legend since 1906. You're launching 150 to 220 grain, 308 bullets around 2,700 to 3,000 feet per second. Energy starts near 2,800 foot-pounds, still holding 1,600 at 400 yards. Trajectory, 0 at 200, and you're dropping around 9 inches at 300, exactly what generations of American hunters have relied on. From whitetails in thick alder jungles, to elk on alpine benches, to moose in the boreal, to grizzlies in berry patches. The 3006 handles it all with insane ranges. From light 125s for coyotes, to heavy partitions for elk, to deep digging solids for Alaskan heavies. The variety is unmatched. Rifles like the Winchester Model 70 or Savage 110 are built like tanks, brutally reliable and dead accurate. Recoil is stout but fair. Brace up and the rifle rewards you with confidence-boosting consistency. You'll punch paper at 600, you'll drop whitetails at 350, and a 165 grain Sierra Game King will slip through ribs like hot coffee through a filter. Pros: does everything from varmints to brown bear. Ammo is cheap and everywhere. A century of proven performance, unmatched versatility. Cons: more recoil than 308, drops more than speed demons past 450, often found in slightly heavier rifles. If I had to pick one caliber for life, no debate. The 3006 Springfield is the do-it-all king. There you have it, folks. Your top 6 hunting calibers for conquering North America in 2025. The 3006 sits on the throne, but every caliber on this list is a proven tool that's filled freezers across every corner of this country. Which one lives in your safe? Drop it in the comments below. Hit that like button if this breakdown lit a fire under you, and subscribe to Survival Gear Showcase for more no BS gear dives, load data, and hunt-ready reviews. Stay armed, stay sharp. Fill that tag.